Okay. All right, I'm ready to begin. Let's see, let's pull this out. Good morning, everyone. This is your first appearance hearing before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County.
Buenos días a todos. Esta es su comparecencia inicial ante el Tribunal de Primera Instancia del Condado de Clayton.
My name is Brad Gardner, and I'm a judge in this court.
Mi nombre es Brad Gardner y yo soy un juez en este tribunal.
I am here to inform you of the charges that have been filed against you,
Yo estoy acá para informarle de cuáles son los cargos que se le han imputado,
to advise you of certain rights,
para decirles cuáles son sus derechos,
to set bail on those offenses that I'm authorized to set bail,
para otorgarle una fianza en aquellos delitos que se me permite otorgarle fianza,
to schedule a preliminary hearing,
para programar una audiencia preliminar
and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney.
y para determinar si usted requiere la asistencia de un abogado.
You have the right to remain silent and say nothing.
Usted tiene el derecho de permanecer en silencio y no decir nada.
But should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you.
Pero si usted renuncia a este derecho, cualquier cosa que usted diga durante este proceso podría ser usada en su contra.
So please don't discuss the facts of your case.
Ya que por favor no hable de cómo ocurrieron los hechos.
During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights:
Durante este y todos los procesos siguientes, usted tiene los siguientes derechos:
to the presumption of innocence,
a la presunción de inocencia,
to indictment by a grand jury for most felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors,
a que se le formule una acusación por el gran jurado para la mayoría de los delitos graves o que se le formule una acusación para los delitos menores,
to a speedy and public trial by jury,
de tener un juicio público rápido y por jurado,
to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you,
de ver, escuchar y contrainterrogar a los testigos que sean citados a testificar en su contra,
to compel the attendance of witnesses to testify on your behalf,
de exigir la asistencia de los testigos para que testifiquen a su favor,
to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense,
de testificar a su favor o de presentar pruebas para ser usadas en su defensa,
to have an attorney represent you.
de tener un abogado para que lo represente.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be appointed to represent you if you qualify.
Si usted no puede contratar un abogado, uno se le podría nombrar si usted califica.
Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail.
Alguno de ustedes se le va a permitir pagar una fianza sin restricción para permitirle salir de la cárcel.
These bonds may be posted by cash, commercial, or property.
Estas fianzas podrían ser pagadas en efectivo, usando una compañía de fianza o usando una propiedad.
Some of you will have special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to certain places.
Algunos de ustedes van a tener condiciones especiales en su fianza, donde se le prohíbe ponerse en contacto con ciertas personas o de que vaya a ciertos lugares.
You will also be prohibited from contacting the victim while you are in jail.
A usted también se le va a prohibir que se ponga en contacto con la víctima mientras usted esté encarcelado.
If you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked and you can remain in jail until your trial.
Si usted no cumple la orden del juez, su fianza podría ser revocada y usted podría permanecer en la cárcel hasta el final de su juicio.
You could also receive additional felony charges.
Y también se le podría imputar cargos adicionales por delitos graves.
It's important to note that if someone is listed as a victim in your case, that person will not be allowed to post your bond.
Es importante saber que si una persona está nombrada como la víctima en su caso, a esa persona no se le va a permitir pagar la fianza por usted.
Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized by law to set bail.
Algunos de ustedes se le acusa de delitos por los cuales, por ley, a este juez no se le permite otorgarle fianza.
In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County, and you will be informed of that date.
En este caso, una audiencia para pedir fianza sería programada ante un juez del Tribunal Superior del Condado de Clayton y a usted se le va a informar de cuándo sería esa fecha.
If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set bond at this time.
Si actualmente usted está bajo libertad condicional, a este juez no se le permite otorgarle una fianza en estos momentos.
Whether bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has had an opportunity to consider this new arrest.
Si la fianza es apropiada en su caso, esto se tomaría en consideración nuevamente después que el agente de libertad condicional haya tenido la oportunidad de tomar en consideración este nuevo arresto.
The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is sufficient evidence to support the allegations against you.
El propósito de una audiencia preliminar es determinar si hay suficientes pruebas para sustentar las alegaciones en su contra.
The standard at this stage is very low.
El estándar en esta etapa es muy bajo.
A judge determining whether a charge goes forward at this stage only has to determine that it is possible that the crime occurred.
Para que un juez determine si un cargo procede en esta etapa, solamente tiene que determinar que existe la posibilidad de que el delito fue cometido.
Everyone has the ability to waive their right to a preliminary hearing.
Cada uno de ustedes tiene la habilidad de renunciar a tener su audiencia preliminar.
However, you should speak to a lawyer first if you are unsure about whether it is appropriate to waive your preliminary hearing.
Sin embargo, usted debe de hablar con un abogado primero si usted no está seguro si es apropiado renunciar a tener su audiencia preliminar.
If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived.
Si usted paga su fianza, su audiencia preliminar se cancela automáticamente.
You will receive notice at the address you give of your next court date.
Usted va a recibir una notificación en la dirección que usted dé de cuándo va a ser su próxima corte.
Lastly, I need everyone to raise your right hand, please.
Y finalmente, necesito que todos levanten su mano derecha, por favor.
Do you swear or affirm that any statements you make during this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Jura usted y afirma que cualquier declaración que usted dé durante este proceso va a ser la verdad, toda la verdad, y nada más que la verdad lo jura ante Dios.
Okay, let's get started with Mr. Jose Martinez.
Ok, vamos a comenzar con el señor José Martínez.
Mr. Martinez, can you hear and understand the interpreter?
Señor Martínez, ¿puede usted escuchar y entender a la intérprete?
Okay, sir, you've been charged with 2 driving-related offenses. The first one is a red light violation. The bond is going to be $500 for that offense.
Ok, señor. A usted se le acusa de tener 2 delitos por infracciones de tránsito. El primero sería infringir un semáforo en rojo y su fianza sería de $500.
The second charge is driving a vehicle without a valid license. The bond is going to be set at $1,000 for that offense.
Y el segundo cargo sería de manejar un vehículo sin tener una licencia de conducir válida y su fianza sería de $1,000 por este delito.
So your total bond is going to be $1,500. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
O sea que su fianza total sería de $1,500, señor. ¿Cree usted que va a poder pagar su fianza?
Okay. You've been charged with misdemeanor offenses, so that means your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 28th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201.
A usted se le acusa de delitos menores, lo que significa que su audiencia preliminar va a estar fija para el día 28 de septiembre a las 8:30 de la mañana en la sala 201.
That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail.
Y esta audiencia se cancela tan pronto usted pague su fianza y salga. O sea que usted recibiría un nuevo citatorio por correo.
Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
¿Le gustaría a usted que yo vea si usted califica para nombrarle un abogado?
I'm sorry, was that a yes or a no?
Lo siento, ¿es que sí o que no?
How much do you...
There we go.
Okay. How much do you currently make per hour?
¿Cuánto gana usted actualmente por hora?
17.
17.
Okay, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Ok, usted sí califica y yo le voy a nombrar un abogado para que lo represente. ¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta para mí?
No.
No.
Okay, you're free to go back, sir.
Ok, puede retirarse, señor.
Let's switch over to the ladies' side and let's deal with Miss Roque. Ma'am, it's still, there you go. Ma'am, can you hear and understand the interpreter?
Señorita, ¿puede usted escuchar y entender a la intérprete? Yes.
Ma'am, you're charged with one count of battery. The bond is going to be set at $5,000 for that.
Señorita, a usted se le acusa de un cargo de agresión corporal y su fianza va a ser de $5,000 por esto.
Do you believe you can make that bond, ma'am?
¿Cree usted que va a poder pagar la fianza, señorita?
$5,000.
$5,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Sí, señorita.
No creo.
No le escucho.
No creo.
I don't think so.
Okay. There's going to be a stay away provision on your bond, ma'am, to stay away from a Crystal Castro. Do you understand that?
Va a haber una orden que usted tiene que mantenerse alejada de Crystal Castro. ¿Entiende usted esto?
Sí.
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 28th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out.
Su audiencia preliminar va a estar fija para el día 28 de septiembre a las 8:30 de la mañana y esta audiencia se cancela tan pronto usted pague su fianza y salga.
Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
¿Le gustaría a usted que yo vea si usted califica para nombrarle un abogado?
Sí, pero quiero hacerte una pregunta. En el caso que yo no pueda pagar la fianza de $5,000, ¿cuál es el siguiente paso?
Yes, but I would like to ask a question. In case that I can pay the $5,000 bond, what will be the next step?
The immediate next step will be your getting out of jail. Are you asking me about your the process of your case?
El próximo paso o el paso más inmediato sería que usted salga de la cárcel. Pero me está usted preguntando con respecto al proceso de su caso.
Sí, o sea, si no lo pago en el momento ahora, como quiera puedo salir o no.
Yes, if I don't pay it right now, can I still be released or?
Your bond, once you post your bond, you will be released, whether that's today or 10 days from now.
Tan pronto usted pague su fianza, a usted la pondrían en libertad, ya sea en el día de hoy o sea en 10 días.
Ok, eso es algo que puedo hablar con mi familia para ver si se puede pagar en cash hoy o si se puede hacer por medio de la ayuda que dan de bond.
So can I talk to my family to see if they can pay it in cash today or if they can use a bonding company?
Yes, ma'am. You will be allowed to use the phones when you leave this hearing at some point today.
Sí, señorita, usted le van a permitir usar el teléfono tan pronto usted termine esta audiencia, o sea, en algún momento en el día de hoy.
Ok, entonces ahí deciros que a quién le comento lo que voy a hacer, a pagarlo.
No le escuché.
Te comento entonces con quién hablo con respecto a eso, si se va a pagar cash o cómo se va a hacer.
So who do I speak about it? Like, and how to pay, whether it's cash or how?
Before I answer that question, I have appointed a lawyer to represent you because you do qualify.
Antes de que yo le responda esta pregunta, yo le acabo de nombrar un abogado para que la represente, porque usted sí califica.
Okay.
So how you choose to get yourself out of jail is up to you. You can pay the entire amount in cash. You can go through a bonding company, or you could even put up property.
Como usted elija pagar su fianza para salir de la cárcel, depende de usted. ya sea que usted decida pagar la cantidad en su totalidad, que decida usar una compañía de fianzas o que decida usar una propiedad.
So, luego de mi llamada que yo haga, ¿hay algún oficial que va a estar para yo poder hablar con él para decirle cuál es la decisión que tomó mi familia?
So once I make the phone call, is there going to be any officer that I can talk to so I could tell them what the option will be?
The short answer to your question is that if you go through a bonding company, the bonding company will make all of the arrangements once you have made your agreement with the bonding company.
Para responder eso de una manera corta, yo le diría que si usted elige trabajar con una compañía de fianzas, ellos harían todos los trámites.
Ok, perfecto.
Okay.
Okay, you're free to go back, ma'am.
Ok, señorita, puede retirarse.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Bermudez. You are free to leave.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
Me too. So let's stay on the lady's side. The next person that I see is Miss Henry. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. She's coming up right now.
Okay.
This is Miss Henry.
Miss Henry, ma'am, you're charged with one count of aggravated stalking. This is one of those offenses that I'm not allowed to write a bond on or post a bond at this stage. So your bond is going to be denied pursuant to the statute is 17-6-1. You're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for September 27th at 8:30 in the morning. You're also going to have a bond hearing date set for October 1st. Do you understand that, ma'am? I'm sorry, ma'am.
Not quite.
What's your question?
I'm not understanding how the bonding works.
I'm sorry.
I'm not understanding how the bond works.
You're the undersigned on all of the bond work. Is that what you said?
I don't understand how the bond works.
Okay, so aggravated stalking is a charge that the legislature has said I cannot write a bond on at the first hearing. So that's what you've been charged with, aggravated stalking, violating an order that was put in place by Judge Knights.
Okay.
Okay, did that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any other questions for me? I'm sorry, ma'am.
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back.
Next is Ms. Morgan.
Okay. Miss Morgan, this was a strange charge for me because you pretty much have no criminal history. You're charged with one count of arson in the first degree. The allegation is that you were observed on camera setting fires in trash cans at the airport. Your bond is going to be set at $10,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
No, I only got $600.
Okay. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. You're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for September 27th at 8:30 in the morning. Do you have any questions for me?
well, I thought I had in my thing. I had money, but it was taken. All my stuff was taken from me.
I'm sorry, I could barely understand you.
I said I had all my money and all my stuff. I got a bank card. It's got money on it too, but I was waiting to get on the airport. My airport plane was supposed to be today. I was supposed to be getting on a plane going home. they took
Okay.
everything I have.
And you're from Ohio?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You're gonna be given the opportunity to use a phone soon. I would encourage you to contact your family members up in Ohio.
I have no family. All my family's gone. I'm the only one.
Hmm,
They all passed away.
okay. You may have difficulty bonding out because you're from Ohio. The bonding companies here, they generally don't write bonds for individuals that are out of state. Because if you go back home and then you don't come back to court, they're gonna have to go up to Ohio to try to find you.
Come back. I can come back.
Okay. I have appointed a lawyer to represent you, ma'am. I honestly don't know. Like I said, you had very little criminal history. What I'll do is I'll reduce the bond down to $5,000 to try to make it easier for you to bond out. But I think you're gonna have to speak to your the lawyer that I appointed you, so the lawyer can assist you and kind of figure out basically the best way to assist you. Okay. All right, ma'am, you're free to go back.
And the last one on the list is Miss Ritchie.
Okay. Miss Ritchie, ma'am, you've been charged with one count of following too closely and one count of driving under the influence of alcohol. I'm going to set the bond at $500 for following too close and $5,000 for the driving under the influence of alcohol charge. So that's going to be a total bond of $5,500. Do you believe you can post that bond, ma'am?
Yes.
You're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for September 28th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? Okay, you do qualify, ma'am. Going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
That's it.
Okay, you're free to go back.
That's gonna be all the females, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you for your assistance. Let's switch over to the male side. Mr. West, did you need something from me, sir?
Okay, I'm just logging in. That was all.
Okay. All right, the first person I have up on the male side is Mr. Bale. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Bale, sir, you're charged with 5 separate offenses. Striking a fixed object, the bond is going to be set at $1,500 for that. Improper lane change, the bond is going to be set at $500 for that offense. Possession of marijuana less than an ounce, the bond is going to be set at $1,500. Driving under the influence of alcohol, the bond is going to be set at $5,000. And having an unregistered tag or unlicensed tag, bond is going to be set at $500 for that. So you're going to have a total bond of $9,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
$9,000.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I gotta recall.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 28th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Please.
You do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're free to go back. Next person I have is Mr. Brewer. Mr. Brewer, sir, you've been charged with 3 driving related offenses. One is failing to stop or yield at a stop sign. Bond is going to be set at $500 for that offense. Second offense is driving a vehicle without a valid license. The bond is going to be set at $1,000 for that. And finally, driving on a suspended or revoked license, the bond is going to be set at $1,500, leaving you a total bond of $3,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
3,000?
Yes, sir.
That's cheaper than what they wrote down yesterday.
So there are fees that are added. All your bonds are set by schedule, which means they're automatically set. Had you paid your bond yesterday, you wouldn't even come before me. So the sheriff's department is required by law to add fees onto the bond. So when a person comes in and their bond is already set by schedule, they add the fees on and they give you the basic bottom line number. So the number they gave you is the true and correct number. I'm telling you the bond amounts without the fees added on because I don't have access to that fee schedule, okay? So your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 28th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. You can hire a lawyer if you want at some point in time. You just need to tell the appointed lawyer that you're going to be discharging them from their services, okay? Anything else, sir?
Yes, sir. One question too. All right, the bond amount they gave me yesterday was 38, so it really is 38. That's just the fees and taxes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, sir.
All right, you're free to go back.
No.
I have Mr. Ellis.
Yes, sir.
I've seen your name written two ways as either Ellis being your last name or Mr. or Garius, Cazares.
Doris is my first name.
Okay. So I'm setting bond on all of these offenses. You have several offenses down. Driving on suspended license, bond is going to be set at $1,500. Driving with no insurance, bond is going to be set at $1,000. Theft by receiving stolen property, bond is going to be set at $10,000. Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, bond is going to be set at $5,000. Possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, bond is going to be set at $5,000. Violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, bond is going to be set at $5,000. Tampering with evidence, bond is going to be set at $5,000. Carrying a weapon concealed, bond is going to be set at $5,000. And driving a vehicle with an expired or invalid tag, bond is going to be set at $500. So you're going to have a total bond. Let's see. If my public school math is correct, your bond is going to be set at $38,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir? Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 27th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? You do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, with a bail bond, how would that be? What would be the percentage of that bond that you gave?
They generally charge between 10 and I think 12% of the bond.
Okay.
But I would encourage you to contact each of the bail bonding companies, tell them your charges and see what rate they will quote to you or what fee that they will quote to you.
So it's 32, what you said it was, 32,000?
It's going to be 38, but it's going to be a little bit higher as I explained before, because Sheriff's Department is required to add fees to it. I don't know exactly what that number will be, but they will tell you.
So I would have to call the
Okay.
bill. Right.
Okay. All right, sir. You're free to go back. Mr. Gettys, is he still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Gettys. So you've been charged with 1 count of driving a vehicle without a valid license. The bond is going to be set at $1,000 for that. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 28th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back. I have Mr. Is it Greer or Grier?
Yes, sir.
Greer. So you're charged with 1 count of battery and 1 count of aggravated assault by strangulation. You too, if my memory serves correctly, do not really have a criminal history. So I'm setting a bond at $5,000 on the battery charge and $15,000 on aggravated assault by strangulation. So you're gonna have a total bond set at $20,000, but there's also gonna be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from a Jasmine Wiley. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 27th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're on the upper end, but I'm going to still find that you qualify. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir. I can post bond though.
Yes, sir. Okay. You're free to go back.
All right, thank you.
Is it Mr. Paramo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, you're charged with 1 count of giving a false name, address, or date of birth. Bond is going to be set at $2,000 for this offense. Do you believe you can post this bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 28th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No,
Okay.
sir.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back. Mr. Richardson?
Sir.
Mr. Richardson, sir, you're charged with 1 count of possessing marijuana while you're in custody. I've set the bond at $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Not today, but soon. I appreciate it.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 27th because this is listed as a felony offense. Let me just check to be certain. Yes, it's listed as a felony offense. So it's going to be set for September 27th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your leaving the jail, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just in case.
All right, you do qualify, Mr. Richardson. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back, sir. Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson, sir, you're charged with 1 count of family violence battery. Bond's going to be set at $5,000 for that offense, and 1 count of theft by shoplifting. Bond is going to be set at $5,000 for that offense. So you're going to have a total bond set at $10,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from Carl West. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 27th at 8:30 in the morning. The date will get waived upon your bonding out. You'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, Mr. Robinson. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me, sir?
No, sir.
All right, free to go back. And I was told that Mr. Sanders is OTB. So that leaves us with Mr. Stoops as being the next person.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with one count of criminal trespass. Bond's going to be set at $3,000 for that offense. One count of battery. The bond is going to be set at $5,000 for that offense. And one count of simple assault. Bond is going to be set at $2,000. So you're going to have a total bond set at $10,000. You believe you can post a bond?
Not right now. I'll do it, bro.
Okay. There's also going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from an Ivan Estrada, Adrian Hawkins, and an Momi Akun. Do you understand that, sir?
I don't even know those people's names.
Okay. So these are the people that apparently were employees at the Riverwoods Behavioral Health Center.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for September 28th at 8:30 in the morning. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No questions.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
you're free to go back. Is that all?
That's it, Judge. Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time.
Yes, thank you for your assistance. Have a good day, and we'll do it again soon.